The solution is to shift your focus away from Chiron's drama and trauma, but not before you process the energies, right? We want to process everything that came up during this time. We want to process this energy, because if we don't, if we choose to ignore it or pretend like it doesn't exist, we just push it back into Pluto's underworld and it will come back up again. Maybe next time in like with more force. I feel like the lessons get harder and tougher when they want to get our attention. So if we push this energy away, it will come back up again. But if we alchemize it, right? If we deal with it, sort it, it's like unplugging the programs that no longer work. I'm getting like hermit energy, reprogramming the subconscious, like behind the scenes work. So if we work through these emotions, like, no, that's a lie, no, I don't resonate with that anymore, or just hold firm to the decision that we made, right? Do that first, and then shift your focus over to this new beginning that Aries is wanting to initiate for you, because there is a new beginning here, you guys, but it's just buried. It's buried underneath all of this Chiron, Mars, Saturn, trauma, drama. You have to like kind of like move the trauma and the drama out of the way. Awareness, move it out of the way and like lift this new beginning up and like look at it, right? This is where I want to focus my energy. Hi guys, welcome in. I hope you all are doing all right. My name is Brianna and we are back outside. This is going to be a really quick astrological update, you guys. Today is Thursday, April 16th, 2026, and we have the Sun in Aries making a pretty tight conjunction to Chiron and Aries. Both the Sun and Chiron are at about, I want to say 26 degrees of Aries, and this conjunction or this meeting may be triggering emotional sensitivities, right? Chiron represents our soul's deepest wound. It's the wounded aspects of ourself or the wounded aspects of our soul that we carry with us throughout lifetimes. And in my personal experience or my personal opinion, we never fully heal this wound. We just become more aware of it. We learn to shield, guard, and protect it. Bless you. We learn to shield, guard, and protect it, and we learn to ascend it, right? Graduate it, elevate it, so that the wound doesn't become a liability. So Chiron is with the Sun, and in this instance, or in this scenario, the Sun is acting as the amplifier, right? The illuminator, or even the intensifier, right? The Sun is like the brightest point in the sky. So this wound, whatever it is for you, wherever you have Chiron in your natal chart, whatever Chiron rules for you in your personal life, right? It's being amplified. You can't ignore it, right? It's right there. It's like at the forefront. So this may be stirring up some emotional sensitivities, but not only that, you guys, not only that. We also have the Sun in Aries squaring Jupiter and Cancer. Now remember that a square is an aspect that creates conflict, tension, disruption. It's like a fight, right? A fight between two forces. So the Sun in Aries is fighting with Jupiter and Cancer. Now this is like a battle between the lesson that is Chiron, right? The lesson and the blessing that is Jupiter, right? This could also have something to do with your home and family life, because Jupiter is in Cancer. It could have something to do with your emotional foundation. You could be fighting with your family. There could be chaos and conflict within your home, or this could be like your emotional foundation, maybe like chaos and conflict within yourself, right? So we also have, the energy is pretty intense, you guys. We also have the sun in conjunction with Chiron, right? This dynamic of energy between the sun and Chiron is also squaring Pluto. Now, Pluto represents the underworld, right? When we're incarnated, Pluto is going to be our subconscious. It's where we push everything, like our darkness, our demons, the aspects of ourselves that we aren't really proud of, we don't want anybody to see, but the sun is like shining on that, right? You can't, it's like dredging everything up, bringing everything to the surface. So this is like highlighting the shadow, highlighting the darkness, not just yours, but everyone. This is collective. So you may even see people, like sides of people that you haven't seen, right? This is bringing everything up. Everything from the underworld is coming up to the surface, and you may even feel like you're being consumed. I'm like wrapped up, consumed by darkness. So just be mindful, you guys. Be mindful of your own shadow, and be mindful of shadow energies of other people. I'm seeing like shadow slinging, and that's just like projection. I wanted to say projectile vomiting, but that's disgusting. Shadow energies are being like slung around like crazy. There may be a lot of shadow energies being projected towards you, right? So discernment is needed. Discernment is required to discern or untangle your stuff from the stuff of other people. Sometimes when people project onto us, we accept that projection as our own. Like, oh, this is my darkness, I'm gonna carry it with me. These are my problems, I have to figure them out. So it's important to practice discernment so that you can tell the difference between what's yours and what doesn't belong to you, because you don't want to be alchemizing anybody else's energy. You have your own stuff to deal with, to work with. The energies are intense, you guys, so you've got a lot on your plate. Each of us, we've got a lot of our own stuff on our plates to deal with. Now, the moon. The moon is making its way to its new moon destination. And a new moon is just when the sun and the moon meet up for a conjunction, right? So the moon is making its way to its new moon destination. It's going to meet up with the sun and Chiron in Aries. Now, this is going to be a Chiron new moon. So for me, I'm feeling like it's going to be not only a new beginning, right? New moons initiate new beginnings and new manifestation cycles, but there's also a conclusion here. There's an ending happening here, and it has something to do with Chiron, right? It's connected. This new moon is a continuation of the full moon in Libra that we recently had. So the full moon asked us to delete something, remove something, release something that was no longer in support of our spiritual journey, right? So under the full moon in Libra, we were asked to release something, make a choice to release something. And this new moon is a continuation of that in terms of the cosmic energies asking us to prove it, right? You wanted to release this thing. You said you no longer needed it. You said it was no longer in support of your journey. You said that there was nothing else for you to learn from this thing. Now prove it, right? Prove that it no longer has a hold on your emotions. Prove that it's no longer dictating your actions. That's why all of this stuff is like, I feel like we're being slammed with all of the stuff we said that we wanted to release under the full moon in Libra. And it's like, prove your commitment to your decision. The new moon in Aries is just a continuation of the full moon in Libra in terms of us having to show and prove, right? So the moon is making its way through the sky to meet with the sun. Now, as the moon travels through the sky, it passed Mars and Saturn. Mars and Saturn are currently in a conjunction in the sign of Aries, right? So before the moon, or in order for the moon to get to where it needs to be for the new moon, it had to pass through this energy, this dynamic of Mars and Saturn. So Mars is the illuminated warrior, right? Or when Mars is ascended, right? When Mars is ascended, he's the illuminated warrior, and he fights on behalf of the soul. But generally, Mars is the warrior planet, right? Mars is the force that strikes the tower. Mars blows up the tower, right? And Saturn is the lord of time, the lord of karma. Saturn rules the karmic test. So the moon had to pass by this dynamic of energies, and I feel like Mars just let the moon have it. This was yesterday, and if you feel yesterday that you were under like emotional attack, it was due to this dynamic between Mars and the moon, right? The moon rules our emotional subconscious, and Mars, you may feel like you've been in a fight, right? You may feel like you've been hurt in some kind of way, right? And Saturn was just standing back, watching, grading. Saturn wants to see how you react under pressure, right? Saturn is that energy of like, prove it, right? You said that you were done with this. Here it is in force. Here it is. Let's see how you deal with it, right? So the moon is carrying all of this energy that it received from Mars into the new moon. And this is where we have a choice to make, right? There's always a choice. There's always a crossroads, and your choice is going to open up your new pathway. We have this new moon in Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Aries initiates the new journey, the new start, the new beginning, the new thing, right? That's Aries' responsibility. So we have this choice to make, and your conscious decision, conscious or unconscious, right? If you're not consciously choosing, that's still a choice. But your choice, your decision is going to determine which pathway opens up for you. We're carrying all of this emotional baggage, right? So it could be a pathway that allows us to sort and deal with this emotional baggage, or it could be a pathway that leads us into a new beginning. It really just depends on your choice. I feel like there's a solution here. The solution is to shift your focus away from Chiron's drama and trauma, but not before you process the energies, right? Not before you process the energies, the emotions, right? We want to process everything that came up during this time. We want to process this energy, because if we choose to ignore it or pretend like it doesn't exist, we just push it back into Pluto's underworld, and it will come back up again. Maybe next time in like with more force. I feel like the lessons get harder and tougher when they want to get our attention. So if we push this energy away, it will come back up again. But if we alchemize it, right? If we deal with it, sort it, it's like unplugging the programs that no longer work. I'm getting like hermit energy, reprogramming the subconscious, like behind the scenes work. So if we work through these emotions, like, no, that's a lie, no, I don't resonate with that anymore, or just hold firm to the decision that we made, right? Do that first, and then shift your focus over to this new beginning that Aries is wanting to initiate for you, because there is a new beginning here, you guys, but it's just buried. It's buried underneath all of this Chiron, Mars, Saturn, trauma, drama. You have to like kind of like move the trauma and the drama out of the way. Awareness, move it out of the way, and like lift this new beginning up and like look at it, right? This is where I want to focus my energy. Now, this new beginning, you guys, it's going to be different for each of us, and it really just depends on where you have Aries in your birth chart, right? The Aries area of your life, that's where this new beginning is wanting to occur for you. So check your birth chart, check the house, check the planets within that house, check the asteroids within that house, check the external energies aspecting that house. That's where you want to focus, right? I'll give you an example. I'll use me as an example. I have my 11th house ruled by Aries. 11th house is going to be the house of Aquarius, right? It's community, it's diverse groups, it's Aquarius esoterically talks about uniting diverse groups based on like individual, oh goodness, there's a bee. Uniting diverse groups. It's like unity through diversity, right? So Aries rules my 11th house, and I don't have any planets there, but I do have some pretty significant asteroids. I have Pallas Athena, and Pallas Athena talks about like she's the goddess of strategic warfare. And I do also have astrology, the astrology asteroid there, and I also have Aries, right? Aries is a god of war. So for me, this new beginning is going to be, it's going to have something to do with uniting the collective through, I'm feeling like it's what I do now, right? Using astrology to provide knowledge, information, and clarity to the collective to help them navigate strategically around chaos, right? Maybe chaos within their relationships, overcome battles through astrology. When I'm doing this work, when I'm sitting in this seat, I feel like I'm doing something good, right? I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So this is me shifting my focus away from Chiron, because Chiron kicked my ass yesterday. Chiron beat me up yesterday. I feel like I've been in a fight. I still have like a little headache from all of the, it was terrible yesterday, but I've processed that, and now I'm shifting my focus over to this new beginning that Aries is wanting to initiate for me. So this is me like shifting my focus away from the trauma and honing in on this work or this new beginning, right? And in honor of this, what I want to do is I want to help you guys, right? If you guys need further assistance in like just discovering, uncovering what your new beginning is, reach out to me via the link in my bio. There's a Linktree link in my bio, and there are a few different links. Contact me, send me a message, and let me know that you want to work with me, right? And what I'll do is I will dissect the Aries area of your birth chart, just the Aries area. So I'll check the house, I'll check the planets, I'll check the asteroids, and I'll check the external energies aspecting that house, and I'll give you a breakdown of where you can shift your focus in order to align with the new beginning that Aries is wanting to initiate for you. And I'll do this at no charge, right? I'll do this for free for you guys. I want to say like maybe the first 5 or 10 people. I don't know how many people are going to see this video, but I'll do it for the first like 5 or 10 people, just so that I'm not overloading myself. I'll do this work throughout the weekend, right? Throughout the weekend, because this new moon portal is going to be open. I want to say it happens tomorrow, but it's gonna stay open for like a few days after that, so we still have time to align ourselves with this energetic gateway. So I'll do this work for you guys throughout the weekend. Just reach out to me. I have to sneeze. Just reach out to just reach out to me and let me know. Like I said, I'll do it for free. And this is like my offering, right? This is my offering to the god of Aries, or to the god Aries, right? What else? What else do I have? Yeah, that's all we have. If you're still here, you guys, thank you for holding space. I hope the messages resonated. I hope that they were helpful. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for liking the videos. Thank you for engaging with the content, because that does help the algorithm see me. I do have this wish, this desire to evolve, elevate this channel. I want this channel to grow. I want to reach more people. Yeah, it's like a desire. It's like my soul's desire, because I feel like this is the work that I'm supposed to be doing. I have my North Node in Aquarius, and we talked about that, right? So I feel like I'm supposed to be doing this work, right? Uniting the collective through astrology, or with astrology, providing these details, this information, like this hidden wisdom to help the collective overcome emotional hurdles so that they can reach their full potential. I'm still working on this for myself, so it's a collective thing, right? What I learn, the information that I gather, the insights that I receive, I'm like so quick and so eager to want to share them with you guys, because it's just in me, right? I feel like it's what I'm supposed to be doing. So thank you guys for liking, for sharing, for commenting and engaging. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there because the bees are getting crazy. Okay, I love you guys, and I will see you all on the next one.